The area you're in is called the Kanywataba contract area, and it covers an area of 344 square kilometers. This contract area was awarded to Armour Energy Limited.
Armour Energy is a junior explorer and production company. So we produce gas and oil in Queensland, and we have exploration licenses around Australia from the Northern Territory to Northern Queensland. We work with conventional and tight gas, and we have some shale gas opportunities as well.
We got the license on 14 September 2017, and as you know, the exploration process is incremental. So we started with analyzing the soil samples all over the block, over 344 square kilometers of Kanywataba contract area. We selected the samples and took them to a lab in Canada where we analyzed them. And then when we also found that identifying the presence of iodine in different locations along the seismic lines was also going to give us a good result, we also took samples, an additional set of samples which we took to the United States.
They explained to us that they would be here for 3 months, basically doing data collection.
The company has a minimum work program that it's supposed to meet, and one of the activities is to acquire 100-kilometer 2D seismic. And the activity that you see ongoing right now is that particular acquisition of that data.
Well, the 2D data acquisition it's a critical component of understanding your basin, and in particularly in the Albertine Graben. Most of the discoveries have been made on 2D seismic data acquisition from Kingfisher to the north. Many of the discoveries in the north with Heritage, with Hardman Oil and Gas, they were all done utilizing good quality 2D seismic data sets.
When we talk about 2D seismic acquisition, we are trying to visualize what's in the subsurface. And the key components for this seismic acquisition requires a source, it requires and a receiver as well. So when sound is projected into the subsurface, the receivers known as geophones, which are planted on the ground, receive the signal from the subsurface.
For this particular seismic project, the main activities are really surveying to ensure that you are carrying out investigations in the right location. We then, after that, have to clear the line to create access for all the drill rigs that are going to drill the short points that in which we are going to insert the dynamite for the shooting and recording phase.
So the role of the PAU, we are responsible for monitoring the exploration, production and development, which are the upstream segments of the oil and gas industry, as well as gas conversion, transportation and storage, which are part of the midstream segment.
Well, the community leaders have been excellent in assisting us with mobilization and sensitization of the local communities. And we've included at least 75 local community members in the project, which have been involved in all aspects of the project, from line clearing to surveying to the shooting team to the camp maintenance. And yeah, they've been well integrated, and over 96% of our camp is actually from the local community areas and Ugandan personnel. So we've integrated them as best we could.
When we did the procurement, first of all, for the environmental and social impact assessment, we got a suitable Ugandan company to do the job, and they did it, and NEMA approved for the soil sampling and now for the seismic. Then secondly, for the seismic acquisition, we put out a bid, and the successful company was Ugandan. And we were very much keen on having a Ugandan company.
Well, Tech Lab Limited is a geosciences company that has been offering geotechnical and geophysical investigation services to to the East African market since its inception in 2002. Our experience working with AMA Energy has been a pleasurable one. The seismic surveys have always been on our radar, and when this opportunity came up, we put together a winning bid and became the first Ugandan company to provide seismic services under an oil and gas contract in Uganda.
The oil and gas exploration which is ongoing has had a great impact to our people, because one, people have expectations that if oil is discovered in this district, the economic operation will rise, people will have income, and social services will improve, and infrastructure services. So our people have expectations. People are making money because those who are helping in the exploration, we agreed and that they use the indigenous. Now where AMA Energy is now in Kanara Town Council, people are making money because they are moving with them in the field to do the exploration.
Our produce has been purchased for use there because we were told to provide goats, and other things. So the purchasing has been done locally here. They have a logistics company called MSL. The one who is running the activities of logistics is Muhwezi Ismail, a resident of our area, who purchases from the locals here things to use. So we can say our people are getting some income.
Project nyo nkanyo ko muntu nyine kinzigoberema ko ntunzire mbuzi zanjye. Tunzire mbuze kunganingana nka 10. So nisima company MSA na company abandi abamagita abandi abanyakwizire nabo unda kwagera company ejo. So nyo nkanyo ko muntu nzigoboroiremo.
Well, oil and gas is relatively a new sector in Uganda, and therefore it's reasonable to assume that there is a general lack of skill to perform in this sector at the required level. My advice to Ugandan local contractors is to form strategic partnerships with foreign firms with an objective of learning to acquire the relevant skills to perform in the oil and gas sector in Uganda.
Ugandans need to understand that opportunity, information, independence, and power, those 4 things are never given. You have to find them and take them. Information about this industry is there. Petroleum Authority, I don't know what more you can do to provide information. It is all over the place. Now, if people do not go and find that information and use it to do business, there's nothing more you're going to do. So that's my quarrel really with Ugandans. Go get the information, see how to use it.
There's been no seismic acquisition in them before, so you're really at the early stage of understanding in those areas, and we're quite excited to see what comes up.
The event that we are able to, the company is able to discover hydrocarbons within this area, then our reserves will also increase. And what you have seen happening at Kingfisher, Tilenga will also start happening within the Semliki area. But for now, we are still at that phase where we need to first confirm whether hydrocarbons exist within this basin.
Being on the border, as I mentioned, I have seen Ntoroko now. We have the game reserve, we have River Semliki in the west, we have Lake Albert in the north, we have Rwenzori Mountains in the south. So it makes it a unique area.
We are partnering and working in hand with Uganda Wildlife Authority. We have the rangers on the team who have been very supportive towards these particular operations. They are able to guide us on how to work safely in these environments, and that is one of the measures that we have implemented. And the second environment aspect that we are doing is we enforce health, safety, and environmental procedures onto the ongoing operations. That what I mean by that is that we ensure that the operations that are ongoing are done in a safe space.
We have faced a number of challenges on this project, but with AMA we have felt like we have been partners on this project. The challenges have been caused by the weather, which has caused the site to flood, and of course the COVID-19 pandemic.
You have seen our roads. Our roads are very poor. Some of them are impassable. Like now, I'm energized to travel from Kanara via Kakara, via Rusengo, up to Kachwenkum. To do when there's a nearby road from Kanara to Kachwenkum, but it's impossible now because it's raining.
We're very excited to be progressing the project, and I personally have had a very positive experience here in Uganda. The people are wonderful, and I can't wait to get back again in the near future.